For this one, I have to do a voiceover because of some noise there, or some things we've been done there. So this time around, what we're doing is to apply our gum on the tip of the upper. See what you see, exactly what you're saying there. That's what I'm doing, and also on the tongue, the allowance area. Very important that you do that. Allow it to get dry. Once it gets dry, then the same thing that you did to the other one, you do it to the other leg. Pick up the back part of the shoe and hold it together. Place your tongue in between. You place your tongue in between. It will start from the bottom and upwards, because you already 0.5 allowance, and there's 0.5 allowance on the tongue, and there's also 0.5 allowance on the the quarter side. So it's going to work perfectly well. So I'll just eat it a little. Once you eat it a little, it's going to hold. Then that's what will be taken to the machine to stitch. What you did on the one leg, that's what you did on the other leg. I already explained that to you guys. Right now is to stitch. Just stitch the tongue to that to the upper. It's very important. It's just simple to stitch the tongue to the upper. Just the downside, the allowance part is where you're stitching. It's very important for you to understand that the allowance part you're stitching. Once you stitch it back also. That's the reverse. You can use the reverse to stitch it back so that it can hold firmly. All those things are just major process. Once you follow what is here, you will get it. So just like we have done here, this is what I'm talking about. Alright. So as you guys can see, yes, is exactly the way I did it here. See, it has hold the tongue. We do the same thing to the other leg, because the good thing about this shoe is that both legs have the same design. So it is when we start placing it on the upper that we. So just do the same thing that we did. Stitch this particular side. Also, that's the tongue attached to the quarter side. So where we're stitching there is just the allowance area. The allowance area is where you'll be stitching, so it's going to be holding the tongue itself. That's the reason why we're stitching that. So after that, we're placing the vamp area on the shoe. That's the front part that carries the toe cap. That's after this stitching, you will see it better. Okay, so that is it for. Just cut out those thread that is dangling there. Cut it out. Then this is what you're going to be having. You can see how the tongue is coming out at the tip. So when you see your shoes, your lace-up shoes, definitely you're seeing that the tongue is coming out a little out of it. It's very important. Now, another thing I need to let you know here is that at the long run, you need to know I didn't put my lace holes, which I also have put, but later on I'm still going to put it. But I would advise that you put your lace holes immediately after lining, so that it won't give you any issues. But I know I'm going to maneuver the way and put it there. But the lace holes is supposed to be attached by now. I mean, the punching the lace holes there is very important. Okay, so guys, moving forward, and let's bring out our the vamp area that carries the toe cap. This is it. So divide it into two. That means fold it into two rather, and you have to mark the center line, because when you fold it into two, you have a center line. So the center line is very important that you get your center line. I always love to mark my center line out, so that when I'm placing it on the contour, I will not be having any issues to know the midpoint. So that's the center line that I'm marking there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do to this is to do the same thing on the other one, which I'm sure you know that that's the same. Whatever we do here is what we do on the other ones. So just make sure that you follow through with what I'm doing. Okay, so you can pick the cutter and that carries the tongue. That's what we'll be attaching to the front layers. So what we're going to be doing is just to check it out. See, applying our gum. We're going to be applying our gum round on every side that we need to apply our gum. So just at the edges of it, just like 0.5 meters away, that's half inch away, you just apply your gum around the edge, just the edge alone, please. No, the edge alone. You can see where I'm applying my gum there. So I'm going to be applying, because that's the place that will be gluing. So apply your gum gently make sure you're applying your gum, you check that the other side, the gum is not staining the front of the leather. So it's always important that you clean up your tables. Okay, so this apply my gum here. Once I finish applying my gum, I like to just drive for a little, and you see I'm going to pick up the cutter and apply my gum on this side. But before I apply my gum on this side, you know that we have using a glossy leather, so we're just going to just scratch it. Take your scissors, whatever sharp object that you have, just to scratch that side, because the leather is a bit glossy. Not that it's fully glossy, but it's a bit glossy. And if you apply gum on the leather like that, it doesn't hold gum. So that's the reason why I'm always scratching it like that. Once I scratch it like that, and it has this rough edge, it's going to hold. So we're going to be just scratching it around. See the way I'm scratching it gently. When you're using your cutter, please, I always advise that you should be very careful when using your cutter. So once we finish scratching this, as you can see me do, that's I'm making sure that I scratch on the side. Then I can pick up my brush and apply my gum around on the allowance part. Please remember that the cutter carries allowance, so that's where we're putting or applying our gum. Yes, on that allowance part. I just hope you can see this very well. Please, it's important that any question you have, I will definitely put you through. And let's practice. If you can practice this, that's why you have to use it like a trial leather when you want to do yours. Don't use a full leather yet. Just use a trial leather. And the more you do one leg, just one leg that you make one leg of the shoe. When you practice, so that any mistake you're going to be making it on that trial leather. Okay, so we move ahead. Well, now this is the vamp. I'm placing it on the place that we already applied our gum, so you can see how I'm holding it. I started from the middle because you can see the midline that I marked there, so it's going to serve as my direction to divide it into two. So just follow with the marks that you have as your allowance. That's why we're using those allowances there. So follow the marks that you have as your allowance, so you can see what we're going to be having. This is what we're going to be having directly. Very lovely and looking on point. So we're going to be having anything that is too busy. It's a very simple shoe. That's so that midpoint is the way I was able to locate the middle of the shoe. So the midpoint is my dividing line that helped me divide my the vamp area into two. So this is it, guys. This is it. So after then, I'm just trying to observe and check everything is being laid properly, because it's one of the things that you need to observe also, to make sure that everything that you need to get in the and that is you get it. Check it on the last in order for you to be sure. You can check it on the last in order to be sure, so that once it lays very well on the last, then you know that you are good to go. So you don't want any places that is looking puff up or whatever. You want it to lay perfectly well, and that's what we're seeing here. So I hope you guys can see this very well. Okay, so I think we're making sense already. We're already forming our shoe. You can see that it takes process to make a shoe. So you getting to see this video, you can see it's